Hey, look, it's Blue Robo He-Man. I'll give you that one.
By the power of Grayskull. You suck.
Who is that, sir? Oh, that's Disco Skeletor. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another video, and today I want to show you how to make a Battle Armor Faker figure. So we're going to take this figure and we're going to combine him with the Skeletor, mash them together to make a Battle Armor Faker, which is pretty cool. So just kind of a look at what you get with the Battle Armor Skeletor right there, and then this is just a standard Origins Faker figure. Looking all kinds of cool. Back of the packages, if you guys have not seen these. There's that, and then the back of the deluxe. Really fast, if you haven't seen them. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I figured let's go ahead and do it. So let's get going. So here we have Battle Armor Skeletor and Faker together, and we're going to combine the two. So they're going to have little diagrams, what can be removed, like the arms and the legs, the head, the crotch, all that kind of good stuff here that comes with, because they are Origins figures. Here's Battle Armor Skeletor. Now the big thing on him is his arms do not come off like the others. So we're going to need to do some boiling water to kind of separate these out. You can kind of see the ball sockets a little bit different than the other figures because of the Battle Armor gimmick. So again, we're going to have to do some boiling water. Kids do not do this at home, so I'm not sure what exactly it is compared to that on that socket, so we'll see when we get to boiling, but we can definitely take these other parts off. So we're going to take like the shoes and the head. Ooh, I'm going to drop the shoe. Take the shoes off here. If I can get this one to pop off. Alright, so we're good there. Now we're going to take Skeletor's head off, and we're going to take his boots off as well. So we're going to do that. And we can take off the legs, but we're going to boil the arms in there, so I want the legs to be able to grasp onto it. So let's get to the kitchen. Alright, so we got our water nice and hot just to a boil. I've got some paper towels down to kind of help dry off. We're going to dip the shoulder of the figure into the water. This will take a couple seconds. You want it just hot enough to make it malleable to be able to pull the arm off, but you don't want to drop it in. It'll melt if it hits the actual pot. Again, kids, do not do this. You need to be an adult to do this. And if you are an adult, be careful. So let's see if this is going to pop open. It's coming off just a little bit. Let's see. Good. So it's almost there. Not quite. So we're going to heat it up a little bit more. A little bit more hot water. Again, this is just straight tap water. Nothing special. I'm trying to heat up a little bit. Make sure it stays good and hot. Let's try this again, and there it goes. Okay, so it's popped off. There you go. You can see it's popped out really nice. There's the ball socket for the arm itself. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so we've got both arms off of the Battle Armor Skeletor, so that's pretty good. Definitely digging that. So now we want to take a look at this He-Man and see how the ball sockets compare. I've never actually taken this off. Turn the heat down a little bit. So let's boil this guy up and see how the arm actually works. Alright, so it looks like the joint's not built the same as the Battle Armor Skeletor, so I've got another idea. I'm going to take the hand off here, and we're going to pull the whole arm out, and we're going to, instead of pulling the actual ball socket out here, we're going to pull the elbow apart. So let's get the elbow kind of heated up. Let's see if we can pull that out. So yeah, again, so this socket joint's way different than the other one, so we're going to work with the elbow here. So again, let's just heat this up. The elbow is not generally meant to come apart, so we're going to heat it up to pull it out. No, I've dropped my part, so let me grab a fork real quick so I can get the part out. Alright, so we got the fork. Let's get our part out here. There it is. Okay, so let's see if we can hold on to this a little bit better. Heat it up for a few seconds. Alright, so let's see if we can get the elbow apart. There we go. Elbow is apart, so we're going to do the same thing with the other arm here. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, we're going to give it some time to heat up. And then we're going to make sure we get the right parts here. Okay. We don't want to mix and match the wrong left and right arms. So, hotter and hotter. Alright, so let's try this. And it does come apart. Okay, so now let's snap these back together. Arms. Alright, so we've got the Faker elbow joint on the Battle Armor He-Man, so we're going to heat up the shoulder joint again so we can get it back over that ball joint. Guess we didn't have to take it off, but we learned the way the joints work, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the wrong joint. We're going to put that back on the Faker body here in a bit. So we get this heated up nice and proper. And this should be malleable enough to go back onto the arm, and it is. There we go. Everything's cool. So we've got the banded Faker arm on the Battle Armor body. So we're going to repeat this process. And we're going to boil all the pieces to put the Skeletor body, or the Faker body, back together. We're going to put the Skeletor arms on the Faker body. Put the elbows and everything back together and then reassemble here. So this is what the Faker body is going to look like with the Skeletor arms. And then we're going to put this other arm back onto the Battle Armor body. Again, just a quick heat up so we go over that ball joint. There we go. This should be good. There we go. Alright, let's try it. Put that back on. And here we have the Faker arms on the Battle Armor body. And we're good to go for the boiling part of this. Alright, let's check out the reassembly. Alright, so let's go ahead and reassemble the figure. So we're going to make the Faker, Battle Armor Faker, and then we're going to do a Robo Disco Skeletor here. So we're going to pop the waists off of these figures because we want to put the purple pants of Faker onto the Battle Armor body, like that. So there we go. And then we're just going to put Skeletor's bottom half onto the Robo body. So now we're going to take He-Man's, or Faker's feet, not He-Man, but Faker's feet, and plug them on here. Make sure that the left is on the left and the right is on the right. So we're going to plug that into place, like this. And then we're going to put Skeletor's feet on this body here to make our Disco Skeletor. I call it Disco Skeletor because it kind of reminds me of the 2000X Disco Skeletor with the orange Alright, so that body's there, and we're going to put the Skeletor head onto this body. Now we've got Robo Skeletor. And then we're going to put Faker's head on the Battle Armor body. And this is what we're really after. Right here. There he is, Battle Armor Faker. And this looks fantastic. Let's give him his sword. I like this Faker sword. It's a nice solid sword. And there he is. We'll set him to the back. And then Skeletor, I mean, he looks okay, but he really needs the armor. So we're going to put the Disco Faker armor on him. Kind of gives him a fun look. It was always fun about MOTU figures. You can switch the armor around. And with the Origin figures, you can switch most of the body parts around. There we go. Let's give him his little Havoc staff. And there we have our Disco Skeletor with the orange armor. Actually looks pretty fun. Gotta admit, I do like that. But yeah, there they are. Looking all kinds of cool. You got your extra head if you want it. You also have the shield if you want to use that, I suppose, with Battle Armor Faker. But yeah, definitely looking cool side by side. Alright, just kind of a close-up of the two, side by side. I'm definitely digging this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I do like the Disco armor on there. Looks pretty fun. Definitely a little different, but it's all about the Faker here. Let's look at him. So there's the gimmick. Works perfectly fine. And then we'll roll it back up to the bat. I mean, that looks amazing. Works so well. Fits so well together. Looks awesome. No painting. No permanent damage, very easy to do. As you can see, this took, you know, what, maybe 15-20 minutes total, and I love the outcome. Alright, so taking a closer look at the Battle Armor Faker. I love this piece. The sword, of course, fits into the harness on the back, which is very, very nice. You didn't have one on the original Faker figure. I think this armor works really, really well with him. I mean, it's, you know, Battle Armor He-Man, except it's got the Skeletor armor, and it's Faker, so I think it works really, really well, and is just one of my favorite customs. So glad I did this, and just looks amazing. And here we have the midsection of Battle Armor Faker, and it's really key to get those banded arms onto this. I thought about doing it without it, but you have those kind of Skeletor spikes on his forearms. We want the bands, and of course you want to switch out the waist of Faker on there to kind of really give it the Faker look. I don't know why we never got a Faker toy in the original, you know, vintage line. That would have been cool, and in the Origins line, but you can do it here. So yeah, this looks awesome. Make sure you get these extra little details swapped out. And then finally, the legs of the figure. This is actually the easiest point to the custom. Just switch out the feet. They're automatically going to flop out. That's kind of the natural, you know, play gimmick of the toy itself. But you definitely want those He-Man style purple Faker feet onto the figure to complete the look. And before we take a final look at the Battle Armor Faker, let's take a look at our quote-unquote Origins Disco Skeletor. I mean, it's essentially the Skeletor figure. We just put it onto the Faker Robo body and then added the orange armor, but it does give it that 2000X disco vibe. And you know what? I'm kind of there for it as an extra little figure in this customization. Alright guys, so here we have our custom Battle Armor Origins Faker. I loved how this came out. Looks so good. I don't know why we didn't get this figure before, but this is definitely something I wanted in my MOTU collection. If you're somebody that was wanting one of these figures, now you know how to do it. Get yourself a Battle Armor Skeletor and a Faker. Like you've seen, it's pretty easy to do. Just do not burn yourself. Do it at your own risk. But it's a nice customization because there is no painting involved, no sculpt work, no cutting, no gluing. very, very simple, and you end up with a fantastic looking figure. So there he is, my custom Battle Armor Faker. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos. And follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.